Hey friends, deeply disheartened Worm here today to talk about uh, something that has finally begun to happen that I was dreading for Destiny 2 for a long time. And I saw this as I was browsing the forums, and it stuck out like a sore thumb to me. Um, and yeah, let's talk about it. So I'm going to pull up this post here on screen so y'all can see what it is, what it is that we're talking about. Person posted new aspects over new exotics. I'm not the only one who thinks one new aspect per season is better than one new exotic per season, right? Since an aspect is basically an exotic perk just without the armor piece and design time, putting more effort into the perk itself. Now, a lot of you probably wondering, what's so bad about that? What's so bad about, a new aspect over a new exotic? And a lot of you probably thinking, hey, that would probably be a good idea, right? Because it would be cool to get new aspects every season over new exotics. Never mind the aspects, exotics, anything like that. Okay, we're going to ignore all that. The point of this video is that players, this individual here at least, and probably many more to come, feel as though they can only have one or the other. And that is a tough realization. It is a tough realization that players are now in the mindset that we can only have one or the other. Right? This player, I want new aspects instead of exotics. Why would players not rally and say, I want new aspects? Never mind, like don't drop something from the game to add something else. I don't know like what on earth like is getting into players' minds. Like, remember, we as Guardians have to unite, okay, together, and we need to voice our opinions. Okay, and I understand this individual's opinion is, well, they'd rather have new aspects than new exotics. I would just rather have new aspects. Keep the exotics, same number of exotics, and add new aspects every season. Okay, and this is exactly what the big wigs or whatever you want to call them at Bungie wants. They want players to feel like, oh, they in it like subconsciously have to choose. Do I want I want more exotics over more game modes, or I want this over that, I want this over that, and it does not have to be that way. But players are now subconsciously thinking that that's how it has to be. We now have to, instead of just saying, hey, we want new aspects, it has to be, oh, we want new aspects instead of exotics. And this, I mean, I don't know. I hope that you as a viewer are following what I'm saying here. Okay, because I know that a lot of people say, oh, well, like, yeah, like new aspects would be much better than new exotics. Why though? Why would we have to get rid of new exotics to add new aspects? Bungie has the power. We've seen it before. We've seen it time and time again throughout Destiny's how old is it? 9-year history. Almost 9 year, like 8.5-year history. Bungie has added new stuff on top of new stuff on top of new stuff. And it's like this since being acquired by Sony, it's now players are starting to think, well, we have to pick one or the other. And this is just the first. Okay. I saw this, it stuck out to me. Okay. Because it's like I don't see many posts like this, but that's how it starts. Not a lot of people are going to post about it, but as time goes on, more people are going to say, oh, we want this instead of this, this instead of this instead of this. And it doesn't need to be that. It just needs to be, we want this. We don't want to give up anything because Bungie's already going to take stuff away. We know, we've seen sunsetting. We've seen the the locations, they wrote it into the story, of course, but locations going away. We've seen a lot of things go away over time. We don't want to ask for more stuff to be taken from us. We don't want to ask, I would rather take new aspects instead of exotics. I just want new aspects. Okay, and insert whatever 2 words from Destiny 2. Take out aspects and exotics. Take out those words. Substitute whatever you want. I want new weapons over new armor. No, I just want new weapons. I want new game modes over new maps. No, I just want new game modes. I want new maps too. Okay. New aspects and new exotics. Let me pull this up one more time so that y'all can see it. Oh, crap. New aspects and new exotics, right? That's what it's about. New aspects and new exotics. And this individual, and I know that this is an innocent post. I'm not calling out the person that made this by any means, but we don't have to, we should never ever ask for something to substitute something else, because that's what Bungie wants. Oh, they're gonna say, oh man, players would rather have new aspects instead of new exotics. Whew, like that's, it's a relief, because now we can just take our exotic team off, have them do something else, with aspects, instead of, oh gosh, like we really need to put time and effort in, to add new aspects and new exotics. Destiny is Bungie's child. Was Bungie's child. I'm gonna say it. It was, with Marathon coming now, I think that Destiny is being pushed to the side, and we talked in yesterday's video, of course, about Marathon, potentially not lasting as long as Destiny. And something I wanted to add on to that is, what other game out there is like Destiny? Seriously, what other game is even similar or comparable to Destiny? I think like Warframe, maybe, but I still think Destiny is more popular than Warframe. I don't have data on that, but I think so. I like Destiny more than Warframe. There's not a lot of games that fill that looter shooter, that, MMO style, that build crafting, like nothing else does it the way Destiny does. Marathon, okay, and I know people don't like talking about Marathon. This is a Destiny channel, but you know what? This is the reality of it. Marathon is an extraction-based shooter. We've got 20 million of them. Why do we need more? Yeah, well, we're gonna have a unique twist on it. Okay, unique twist on it, like that's good. That'll help it take off. But over time, people are gonna realize it's just an extraction shooter. It's just like all the other ones. Okay, and maybe yes, you're gonna have players that are like, wow, this is my new favorite looter shooter. They're gonna play it religiously, sure, but Destiny is the first of its kind. It is the first of its kind in terms of a looter shooter, online, massive multiplayer kind of game. Like it's truly does feel like the first of its kind. And maybe there's another game out there, some ambiguous game I've never heard of, that's also like Destiny 2. But let's be real, Destiny is the AAA in its category. Marathon is not going to be the AAA of its category, of its extraction shooter. But moving off of Marathon back to this is unfortunately what Bungie wants. Because if more players ask for this instead of that, it makes their job easier. Okay, we won't do exotics. We'll do aspects this season. It doesn't force them to work on Destiny or put effort into Destiny. I mean, it literally just, okay, we'll just change the thing. We can keep our team working on whatever else we want. Whatever other AAA titles they've got coming. Triple A. Sorry, I won't get my hands that close to the camera again. I'm sorry. It really is disheartening. Okay, it is sad because players are now feeling like, they need to make posts about asking for something instead of something else. Goodness, I mean, I'm reading some of these. Look, like this person, right idea, says both. Throw some fragments in there too. Absolutely. Won't happen. Probably, that's probably a reality. But, it's just, it's sad that it has finally come to the Bungie forums. I'm sure you could find some posts every now and then, but I've never seen a post on the Bungie forum for somebody asking for less, asking for or not less, asking for the same amount instead of asking for just more. And I don't think it's wrong for us as gamers to ask for more. Like, I really don't. And if you disagree, I want to hear about it in the comments. Like, if you think it's wrong for us to ask for more, tell me in detail why, because I can't think of a reason why gamers shouldn't ask for more. Okay, especially with the state that Destiny 2 is currently in, and the state that it used to be, in terms of loot, in terms of gameplay. Like, it was much better. We made a video a couple weeks ago about, reprised, reissued, revamped content. And this season is oh my God, is like the poster child of that. all the seasonal weapons are reskins of old weapons that we had from Gambit. Like literally. Oh, but we have a bunch of new weapons, you know. We have the reprise Gambit weapons. And okay, here's the thing. The reprise Gambit weapons, I'm okay with that. Okay, they kept the same name, they kept the same archetype, damage type, stuff like that. I just added fresh new perks. But the seasonal weapons, the Taken theme weapons are literally the Gambit weapons, the Gambit Prime weapons, whatever you want to call them, reskinned with a Taken theme to them. You know, I don't think it's wrong for players to ask for more. I like this season. Don't get me wrong. I like the new dungeon. But I want more from Destiny. I expect more from Destiny. And when you make posts like this one, you're not asking for more. You're asking for the same amount, potentially even less. Because I don't know how difficult it is to make new aspects over new exotics. I'd say probably about the same in terms of difficulty to make. But I don't know. I'm disappointed that players have started breaking themselves down to this state where we have to ask for this or that instead of just asking for this. Because I want new fragments, or I want new aspects. I want new fragments too, but I don't want Bungie to make new aspects over new exotics. I want both. I want them to make new exotics, and I want them to make new aspects, and I want them to make new fragments, and I want them to add fresh new weapons like we got last season. You know, the seasonal weapons last season, we didn't really have weapons like them. I mean, yeah, some people argue that they looked similar to whatever, but like, you know, I want new armor, new weapon and armor designs. You know, I want new exotics, I want new fragments, I want new aspects, and I don't want to ask for one over the other. You know, it'd be different if Bungie came to us and said, hey, like, would you rather have new aspects or new exotics? And you answered the question, well, you know, I would rather have new aspects or new exotics. I would still ask for both, of course, but it would be different. But as a player, when you just make this post, because that's your thoughts, I want this over that. No, you don't want this over that. You want this. You also want this. Okay, I've never met somebody who complains about, oh, new exotics. And if you're a person that does that, oh my God. Anyways, I guess this is kind of a rant video. It makes me sad. It makes me sad that players feel like they have to ask for this or that instead of just ask for this. No or that part, just this. We want this. We don't want to give up this. We still want this, but we also want this new thing. We want this new weapon, but we also want this new armor. We want new weapons over new armor. No. Anyways, that's it for this video. Let me know you guys' thoughts in the comments. Like, this is a bad direction that Destiny's going. The community's going. And it's small right now. I'm not going to sit here and say everybody thinks like this. I'm sure the majority of you watching probably don't. The majority of you watching probably do want new stuff and other new stuff. You know, you want your new exotics and you want your new aspects. But I want to hear your guys' thoughts on players who are almost like being subconsciously trained to think in this way of this or that. Anyways, that's it for this video. Like it, share it, get the word out, because we're going down a rough path for Destiny. And if Bungie sees more and more posts like this over here, it's not going to be good, because they're going to start doing that. They're going to say, okay, well, we'll give you this instead of that. No, don't give us this instead of that. Give us this and give us that. Like you, if you are a Destiny fan, you should be mad. You should be mad about this. Sorry, I'm pointing at my monitor. Okay, you should be mad about this. But with that being said, let it go. Just drop a like if you like the video. Subscribe for more daily Destiny content. Like I said, leave a comment about your thoughts on this, and that's it for me. Do me a favor though. Watch the video you see on the end screen now, because for whatever reason, YouTube thinks that you will like it. That's it for me, and I will see y'all tomorrow.